Hello YouTube family, Greg D here, back with another Golf R video. And today I thought I'd make a video talking about, because inquiring minds want to know, how much did I pay for the car, number one, and number two, did I get ripped off? So today we'll go through a little bit of a story. So basically what I did when I went to go want this car is, back in December of this past year, I basically asked around. Whoops! I asked around like every Volkswagen dealership basically in my area, like in Western PA, because I live in the Pittsburgh area. So basically every dealership in Western Pennsylvania I talked to, got on the list, was told you can't order them, but we can get you on the list. We can call you when we are getting an allocation, blah, blah, blah. So I put my name in probably at 6 different dealerships. I maybe heard back from 2 or 3. One tried to sell me the car with a $5,000 markup. I said no. So only one was willing to sell me the car at MSRP and actually give me Blue Book value for my trade-in, which was the 2018 Mark 7.5 GTI. So that was enough for me, because I knew that these cars are very difficult to get, as we all know. Most people now you're gonna have to wait until next year basically to get your hands on one. So I think the only option that came with the car was the floor mats, and the floor mats and the emergency roadside assistance kit and all that crap. So sticker price for the car was $46,800. So basically MSRP. Now after trade-in, tax, title, license, all that stuff, basically my trade-in got rid of that. So the amount that I financed was $45,645. So not too shabby. And to be transparent, because I'm sure you guys will all want to know as well, my monthly payment on this thing is $840 a month, which is high. Yes, I know, but at least I'm in a position financially where I can afford that for the first time in my life. Now that I have a good job, now that I'm got a steady, good income, I can actually afford that. The only thing that I wish maybe I would have done differently is waited until the interest rates came down. Now I know that partially part of this might be due to my credit rating, but the interest rate on the loan itself was 9%, which is outrageously high for a car loan. But again, with the world that we're living in today, where inflation's out the wazoo and prices on everything are just going up no matter what you're talking about, 9%. So, and that, like I said, I'm not happy about that, but I want to be totally transparent. So like I said, my credit score could be better. It's around 700. So I mean, it's not like it's terrible, but it's not like it's in perfect shape either. I mean, had I had a little bit better of a credit score, maybe I would have gotten a lower percent. Maybe I could have gotten 3 or 4%. Maybe my payment could have been, $50 to $100 less a month. Maybe I could have saved more for a down payment. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I would not change a thing. I definitely would not change one single solitary thing. I'm super happy with this car. And again, I know my payment's high, and not everyone's going to be able to afford that much money a month, but because of priorities or job or whatever the case is. But I'm happy with my purchase. I do not regret buying this car at all for one single solitary second, like I said. And I would mention again, I'm going to say this again because I always say this, if you're on the fence between possibly getting a Mark 8 GTI and a Mark 8 Golf R, definitely get the Golf R if you can afford it. Don't put yourself in a position where it's like my mom always told me growing up, it's you don't want to be car rich and cash poor. So you don't want to have the car and then not have any disposable income. You don't want to have you don't want to regret the purchase. I don't regret this at all. Like I said, to me, this car is an investment, because I know that no matter what, this car really won't lose much of its value. I mean, honestly, it really won't. So, You know, that's the thing about the Golf R as compared to the GTI. Like with the GTI, I mean, I probably got like, I think I got $20,000 for my trade-in, but they turned around and are selling it right now, because I actually just looked yesterday on the website. I found my car and I got all excited. I found my GTI and they're selling it for like $26,500. So I was like, well, there you go. They got to make their money somehow. You know, they're going to put the $400 or $600 into it to get it to where they want it, and then, you know, they're going to make the profit on it. So we are here at the gym, and if I can get it here in a little bit. Apparently I did launch control wrong, so I didn't let the boost build up to the point where it should, and apparently I did that wrong. So stay tuned, and we might do a little pull here. We'll be back. All right, we're out of the gym. Got a good push day in, trying to get my fat ass into shape. But so to recap, Golfs are expensive. They are indeed expensive. If you can, find one at MSRP. It might take you until next year, but try to find one at MSRP. I would even say, like, paying like maybe $2,000 or $3,000 over is okay. But again, and I've mentioned this before in other videos, like if you're gonna get into the range where you're spending $55,000, $60,000 on one of these, don't do it. You might as well buy like an S3, an RS3, or, you know, an S4, a higher class Mercedes, like anything like that, instead of a Golf R, because at that point a Golf R isn't worth it. So we're on our way home, and I figured traffic's a little bad, so I probably won't be able to do like a launch control, but let's do some pulls regardless. Let's put it into, by the way, and I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this or not, but Nürburgring mode, for those of you who have a Golf R and know what that is, Nürburgring mode is slowly but surely becoming my favorite mode. I'm gonna pop the windows open here a little bit so maybe you can hear some of that exhaust here. And I've noticed that as we get like more miles on the car and it breaks in more, that exhaust gets louder for sure. And I've said that before too. That valved exhaust is like one of my favorite things about this car. So a little downshift here. Oh, it sounds so good. This exhaust for being stock sounds really good. Here we go, ready? That wasn't even like, that was like maybe a quarter throttle. That wasn't even like full throttle. Now I am driving through a neighborhood, well, you know, close to my house, so got to be careful. But I mean, this thing is just, I cannot like praise this car enough for what it is. I mean, it's like Humble Mechanic said, this thing is just so freaking good out of the box, it's ridiculous. And I will admit that even still, to this point, like the biggest difference that I can tell between the Mark 7 and the Mark 8, at least from, you know, owning both, is this car handles on an entirely different level than the Mark 7 did. Front wheel drive, all wheel drive, torque vectoring in this car. It's just a whole nother beast, man. It's so good. It's so good. I will never not recommend this car to anybody. If you're looking for a fun, fast, practical, safe, technologically advanced car that you can still fit kids in the back, do it. I mean, let's go. Pull. This thing just sounds so good. I just can't get over how good this thing is. Rides on rails into the turn. A couple of downshifts to get into the neighborhood. Well, there we go. We got some pops on that one. We got some pops on that bad boy. That's one thing that I haven't noticed a lot yet, but I am starting to notice more of as the car breaks in, and that's what I was talking about. Like, I'm starting to get more of the cracks and the burbles and the pops. Like, I didn't really get that a lot, but God, I love this car. So to sum it up, as we get into home, car is worth it. Get it for MSRP if you can. Did I get ripped off? No, definitely did not. I'm gonna pull down here because I think the wifey needs to go to Target or something. But the car is 100%, 110% worth it. It's just amazing, and I love this thing, and it just sounds so good, man. So with that being said, that's all I got for you. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more Golf R videos. I'm trying to do like one a week or so. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hit the thumbs up button, and until next time, guys, see you soon.